Hey guys, it's Hugster X here, and I'm gonna be teaching you something that is my variation of. Apparently, this was actually from Sans Minds called
Subscribe.
Sweet Penetration.
Like and
Except
comment.
I made
Don't
it a little
forget
bit
to.
easier. Except it's done with paper, and all you really need the materials is either tape. I'll prefer invisible or regular. Regular is fine as well, except there are gonna be some lighting problems Except for for both invisible of which. tape. The brightest light, if it's just dull a little bit, then no lighting. However, with regular, it still works regardless. Let's see what materials those You're are. gonna be needing, like I said in the beginning, you're gonna be needing paper. I made multiple of these. You can make as many as you want. And I'm going to show you how to make it look like it's a sugar packet. You want to actually think of how a sugar packet actually looks like and how long it is. And obviously we know a sugar packet is a rectangle. What I want you to do is to cut about exactly a rectangle, and you can make it as long as you want, except make it a little bit small. You have to make it a little bit small. We'll work with this. You're gonna be needing 2 pieces of paper. Now, for that to penetrate, we're gonna have to cut, about half of that. And you can use a pencil to mark the halfway point. So you just have to mark the halfway point on the paper right there. You can't really see it, but that's what I'm going to be cutting, half. And the great thing is that this is actually easy. Now, once you got that, you can decide which part you want to be folded. To give it the sugar packet, and I know sugar packets, nothing is white. No sugar packet is white. All you got to do is take this and bend it just a little bit, so it gives it like the packet effect. You can do that and glue it into place if you want to. And now you're just going to line up the corners. I'm just going to cut the corners a little bit because you don't want the corners showing. I'm just going to cut the corners so that they don't really see the corner. I'm just going to have to... You have to align it like this. Come close. Now this is where the tape comes in, and from head on, you can see a little bit. Except when it's aligned, then they really cannot really see much. When you line up the corners, make sure to look at it head on. Look at it head on. And make sure to cut some of the pointy corners to make it as invisible as possible. I'm just going to... You want to make it a little bit smaller so that it's hidden, just like that. Now, the final part is tape. You want to tape a little bit, just a little bit of the tape. Place it, I like to place it at the edge of the back, and then just without rushing, place the tape on here. We're gonna place one on the bottom and one on the side. So for the bottom, just a little bit. I know it's going to tighten the thing. I know it's going to tighten the packet thingy that we supposed to it as. Flip it over and slowly fold the tape in. And finally, the last corner. You have to make sure that these are really small. If you're using a glue, then that's no problem. And there is your gimmick. All you gotta do is place your finger in there so that the coin actually places in. This is what you gotta do before performance. And you have to make sure that when you throw the coin, that it actually goes in. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm also gonna tell you. There you go, and just shake it a little bit so that what happened that I did is that it was stuck right here, and if it's stuck somewhere around here, then just shake it a little bit. Just shake it a little bit. Then it'll fall all the way. That's what you want. If you have the darkest light setting, then this gimmick will be successful. Where there's no tape, you have to locate where no tape is at. For me, is at the center. The camera can barely see it, but it's the center right here where my middle finger is at. And this is your gimmick. Like I said, you can make as many of these as you want. If you make a group of these, and then you say, can you take a paper packet? You just take one. Make sure they actually don't feel the back. Sorry. If they just take it like this and give it to you. Now this is how to perform it. You're gonna ask them if they have any change on them. What you can do is, I like to do this. It's really convincing. You can actually do a regular packet, paper packet. But from here, you're actually doing nothing. I know it's a smaller one, but bear with me. They'll get confused. Let's just say it's the same thing as this. Alright? You're gonna have this in your pocket or just your palm, and you can tell them, look at the back. And at this point, it's already in my palm. When you go ahead, take your Sharpie, say, watch this. I'm gonna reach for my Sharpie. That's when this hand, which is palmed, actually ditches it away. Underneath, you're just going to like throw it somewhere. I don't know where you would throw it. I'm just gonna throw it to the side anyways. And as you reach to your pocket, you take out a Sharpie. And you show them the packet. And it looks like an ordinary packet. It looks like the one without the pouch right there. And obviously they have to write their name. I have an actual coin, and for me, it's a quarter. Let's say they do sign it and sign their initials on both sides. Shout out to Sandsmines, by the way. I place my initials, HL. I place it on there, HL. HL on both sides. And then you're going to tell them to actually take out their two fingers, their favorite fingers, and they're going to pinch it right at the corner. And before you even do that, you say, take a look at the coin. It's normal. And as you do this, just naturally place your index finger there so that it makes it a little bit easier for the coin to go inside. Now you say, take your two favorite fingers, or you can just tell them, can you do this? Take your index finger and thumb and pinch this corner. Just right there, at the edge of the corner. When throwing, if you hit their thumbnail, the nail of their thumb, you're going to throw it, and it's going to be inside. What's going to happen is that it's going to hit this side and slide in. And you're going to tell them, this is what's going to happen. The coin is actually going to go from my hand, and when I throw it, it's going to be inside of this packet. And you go 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna tell them it's gonna take multiple tries. Is because just like that, finally, and then you're gonna tell them to feel it, except where there's no tape. And if you're just using regular glue, that's no problem. It'll be no problem. They can feel the tape. Or if you're afraid they will see the tape, have the lights quite dark-ish. It's already in there, alright. After the penetration, they freak out. Oh my god. You say you see it? And now, this is the final phase, where you're going to tear it. Obviously, this is going to act as the opening for the packet. And at this point, the trick is over. You say, watch this. I'm going to tear it. Oh, and then 2 hands. And normally it will be sugar. And then there. Once again, you say, is this normal? You're coin, right? Adjust your fingers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got that first try. That was actually nice. And you feel it. And at this point, where you actually place the pocket or the pouch, like I said from the either beginning or middle of the video, you can make as many of these as you want. And you're gonna tear at where the pouch is. So I'm gonna start tearing it. Except you're just gonna do this in front of their eyes so that they see it. And now look at that. Now look at that. That looks like it's kind of a packet, a sugary packet, because this looks like the opening. In reality, it's a taped pouch to the packet. And you say 2 hands, and if you have a sugar packet, then normally sugar would actually pour out, and then the coin. And then from here, it's garbage. You can say, all right, the trick is over. You have your signed coin. We don't need this anymore. You can place this in the trash or in the recycling bin, and it's pretty much over. The angles for this, you really want your spectator to be in front of you, and then they can inspect their coin. Obviously, you can have this made already, except you can do it with sugar packets the same way. If you use invisible tape, I'm sure you can get away with it a little bit easier than regular tape. But nonetheless, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that there's no performances because I don't have a spectator. That's just the reason why. Take it easy out there, everyone. And bye. Peace. Rap.